Thanks for joining From the Mailbag and for your willingness to ask your questions. It's important for you to understand what your elected leaders think about current issues. And we appreciate all the calls, the emails, and letters that we've received. Kip from Cabot writes in and he asks, what about the President's proposal to create jobs, the American Jobs Act? I'm really concerned, Kip, about the proposal. My concern is that it's much like the failed first stimulus. We wound up spending almost $1 trillion and really had very little to show for that. The reality is that you can't tax and spend and borrow your way to prosperity, and I really feel like this is what the President is attempting to do. The way that you create real jobs, jobs that last, not jobs that when the money goes away, the job goes away, really is to empower small business. And you do that through reducing regulation. You do that through, again, giving them the tools that they can use so that they can create jobs that will last. We need to work hard on our exports. We need to have the attitude that 95% of our customers are overseas. We need to help our manufacturers. Instead, what's happening is through increased energy cost, not knowing what the health care with Obamacare is going to be, the mandates that are coming down. Instead, we have a real problem with uncertainty. And as a result, very few businesses, even if they're fortunate enough to be making money right now, are out hiring people. So we've got to get some confidence back in the system. That's how you create real American jobs. Tom from Fayetteville wrote to me expressing his concerns about a new Department of Homeland Security deportation policy that allows the agency to review deportation cases on a case-by-case scenario. I'm very much opposed to this. We're a nation of laws. The law clearly states that when these people are picked up, we need to send them back to the country where they came from. The President is using this in a way to skirt the law. We saw this with the situation with the czars, where he was able to use a process that kind of skirted congressional approval so that he wouldn't have to have the key people he was putting in place to be scrutinized by the Senate as the Constitution requires. This is another case where the President is skirting the law and basically saying, no, we're going to handle this our way. So the reality is this is a temporary amnesty. It's wrong, and it's something that I'm pushing back very hard and don't believe that is proper at all. Our third and final question for this segment of From the Mailbag comes from Kim in Russellville, who is concerned about the direction our country is headed because of how the economy is impacting retirement accounts and health care costs. And I understand, Kim, and I appreciate you writing in. I've been all over the state and visited with people you know, for the last 2 years, almost constantly in the state of Arkansas. And it is a huge problem. Right now, people have lost confidence in their institutions. They're in a situation where they're unable to, you know, essentially get interest from their investments as they're retired. So that what investment vehicle do you put your money into? The stock market has had its roller coaster ride. So there's a number of things going on. Tremendous instability in the economic climate that we have. And so, you know, we've got to get back to the basics. We've got to get back to really simple truths that have done so well for our country in the past. We have to quit spending more than we have. You know, these are things that just doesn't work. We can't tax and spend and borrow our way to prosperity. So these are things that we've got to get back to the basics. In doing that, I think we have a great opportunity. The whole world is looking for us to leadership. If we can restore our economic house, you know, get things back in order, then I think we have a great opportunity to become an investment safe haven and be stronger than ever. And I believe that we will do that and again, you know, put us back to being not only the greatest, freest country the world has ever known now, but enable us to go forward with that in the future. Thanks for joining us for this segment of From the Mailbag. Please subscribe to our e-newsletter at boozman.senate.gov so you don't miss our future editions. Again, thank you very much for being with us.